But between negotiation and confrontation, we choose negotiation. Between dialogue and conflict, we choose dialogue. And between peace and war, we choose peace. Vietnam's initiatives have been supported by the U.S. The international landscape is witnessing deep, rapid, and unpredictable changes. All of us, governments and people and scholars alike, must step up collaboration more than ever before to engage and share ideas to build a better world together. In my remark today, desiring to stress the importance of sincerity, trust, and responsibility for a better world, I would like to share with you my thoughts on these things. First, how Vietnam sees the world today. Second, the role of sincerity, trust, responsibility in a turbulent world as we have today. I stress three things here. Sincerity, that's the most important. Trust in each other. And third, a sense of responsibility to one another. These are the three things I would like to stress during the discussion today. And the third topic is what we need to do in order to express sincerity, trust, responsibility for a better world. Ladies and gentlemen, into the third decade of the 21st century, peace, cooperation, and development remain the ardent desires of the peoples of the world. Yet these aspirations are facing the most trying time since the Cold War ended. Globalization, international economic integration, and the world economy itself stand before new opportunities for development, especially with the advancement of the Fourth Industrial Revolution brought to the table. Yet the COVID-19 pandemic, along with the geopolitical, geoeconomic, and strategic competition, are creating breakthroughs in the state of the world with unpredictabilities and multidimensional impact on the security and developmental environment of various countries, and there are interwoven opportunities and challenges. A mere few years ago, few could have foreseen 6 million would perish due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Equally few could have predicted a conflict erupting in the middle of Europe. These events have caused immense consequences on the security, political, economic, and societal landscape of the whole world. One can say that while the world on the whole is at peace, there might be localized wars. While it is on the whole intente, there might be localized tension. While it is on the whole stable, there might still be localized conflicts. We are all aware of this. All of this is giving rise to the risk of war and instabilities confronting the world economy with many hazards. Meanwhile, competition and confrontation are giving rise to decoupling in politics, security, and economy. On top of this, traditional and non-traditional security challenges such as climate change, natural disasters, resource depletion, energy, water, food, and human and cyber security, and many others are still developing in very complex ways. This state of affairs greatly affect various nations and their efforts to realize United Nations 2030 Sustainable Development Goals. We must then be fully aware of both opportunities and challenges facing peace, cooperation, and development in a rapidly changing world. Of these two aspects, the challenging side seems to be more prominent. Our efforts for cooperation, therefore, is required if we are to effectively tackle this state of affairs. From that global and regional landscape, and the reality of Vietnam's diplomatic undertakings thus far, most recently its ASEAN chairmanship in 2020 and non-permanent membership of the UNSC for 2020-2021, I have the following key observations that I would like to share with you. First, peace, security, and development are organically linked. Peace, security, and development of a country will affect its own neighbors, as well as the region and the world. Second, the interests of each nation-state must respect the legitimate interests of other states grounded in international law and the UN Charter. Third, international integration is an inevitable course if we are to preserve peace, promote growth, and advance friendship among nations. No country, no matter how rich or powerful, is able to address everything on their own, especially global issues. Instead, there must be cooperation with other countries, the international community, and its populace. Global issues would require a global approach, and international cooperation to settle, in which multilateralism is upheld. For instance, in the fight against COVID-19, we can see this. No country can be safe if there remain a country that still have to fight against the pandemic. No person can be safe if there are others infected with COVID-19. The same goes for climate change response, environmental pollution, and resource depletion. Fourth, all states and nations desire a better world, peace and well-being for each and every of their people. Therefore, we must place special importance on the human factor, viewing human beings as a center, the subject, the purpose, and the engine for the development of all ties of collaboration and partnership in international integration. While global issues require a global approach, whole of people issues must be addressed with a whole of people approach. And all policies must aim towards the people and encourage their innovation and cooperation. Fifth, international integration is objectively speaking a matter of course, but in this process, each country must rely on its internal strength as a fundamental, strategic, long-term, and decisive factor, while external resources are an important, necessary, constant, and game-changing element. Or, as we say it, we must know how to combine national power with the power of our time in a judicious and effective way.